The youngsters out at the ballpark. Sixth inning, Roberto Alomar, long ball, gone. Two-run homer, 5-4 Jays on top. And the kids cheering for the hometown team. Eighth inning, tied at 5, bases loaded. Tony Castillo hits Baroa on the shoulder. Mike Bordick scores the go-ahead run. The A's do it, they win. A's have beaten the Blue Jays 5 straight games this season. Eckersley has retired all 14 Blue Jay batters he's faced this season.
Story, he is a strikeout machine. Robbie Alomar sit, Devo sit, then Joe Carter.
Here's the 1-2 pitch.
Yeah, sit down along with him, strikes out the side in the 6th. Then Darnell Coles goes fishing on the slider. Mike Huff, he's up next, and he doesn't swing at the heat. He probably should have. We go to the 8th. Ed Sprague will come up. Randy's a machine. Sprague swings, doesn't swing, falls down. For those scoring at home, the count up to Baker's dozen, 13. 26 scoreless innings for Johnson. Gets Huff again, don't bother running. Then Pat Borders can't reach the outside one. Johnson pitches his 3rd straight shutout. The Mariners win it 2-0. 4th shutout of the year for Johnson, 12th of his career. He threw 141 pitches, 93 of them were strikes.
There's Randy watching Dave Fleming trying to continue his success silencing the Jays bat, but Devon White, Devo, whip it real good. 25 career homers, leadoff homers for Devon. And then Paul Molitor, a towering shot. 3 batters, 3-0 Jays. Bottom of 3, Edgar Martinez facing Dave Stewart. With 2 outs, Martinez lines a 3-2 pitch the other way, into right, 2 runs score. Mariners within 1, 3-2. We go bottom of 9, 5-4 Jays, 2 outs, tying run on first. And it's Darren Hall on the mound, and look who's up, Griff. Cito nervous. Sit, Griff. Blue Jays hold on to win 5-4. Dave Stewart improves to 20-6 lifetime versus Seattle. The Blue Jays win their first road series of the season. Devo 4 for 5. Indians.
Fireworks by the home team versus the division leaders. And just what the Jays don't need, another pitcher going down. Juan Guzman left the game after 1. Top of 2nd, Roberto Alomar snagging the soft hopper and throws out Pat Kelly from short right field. Bottom of 4, 2-0 Blue Jays. Ed Sprague rips Terry Mulholland into the gap, bounces to the wall. 2 runs come in to score. Olerud is in. Mike Huff is in behind him. 4-0 for the Blue Jays. Bottom of 5, still 4-0, and a man on first for Joe Carter. And what would some Blue Jay highlights be without Joe Carter RBIs? Here's tonight's fix. A 2-run blast. They would later hold off a late Yankee surge to hold on 7-5. The once invincible Yankees have lost 7 of 8 and 9 of 11. The Jays end a 3-game home slide. Woody Williams gets his first favorable decision of the season. From Skydome to
1-0 Jays. 2 men on. Danny Tartable at the plate. He bounces one to third. Ed Sprague with a nice backhand makes the long throw and gets him. Jays hold the 1-0 lead. We go bottom 3. Jim Abbott facing John Olerud. Did you? Oh, yes, you did, and it stays under the radar, too. 3-run shot gives the Jays a 4-run lead, and Stottlemyre makes it keep. Tartable up again with 2 on again, and he bounces to third again, and they get the force play, and Tartable not too pleased about stranding 6 runners on the evening. Jays a winner 7-2. Todd Stottlemyre has given up just 2 earned runs in his last 3 starts. The Yankees have dropped 4 straight and 10 of their last 12. We go
to the Yankee dugout. Pitching coach Billy Connors to Scott Goalpost Kamenicki. Now, I don't think he gave the sign for the wild pitch, but that's what it was. Molitor to third. 2 pitches later, another wild pitch. Molitor scores. The Jays lead at 1-0. But Scott settled down after a rough first inning, shut down the Jays the next 6. There's a couple of strikeouts. He struck out 6, had the high heater working. Top of the 8th, it's a 1-1 game, 2 on, 2 out. Pat Henkin against Danny Tartable. He had the high heater working. Henkin, 3-hit ball through 8. Bottom half of the 8th, still 1-1 until Devo. A 2-run shot. Back, gone. Number 9 for Devon White, who is 3 for 4 today. 3-1 Toronto. Couple of men on. Frank Castillo to the pitch, and he gets Randy Velarde. Look at Schofield, the backhand flip to Alomar. They turn it, and the Jays take 3 of 4 from the Yankees. The Jays now move to within 5.5 games of first place.
The Indians. Mother Nature was at the game. She stayed about 50 minutes, then she left. Bottom 4, Jim Tomei goes to the other gap. 2-run double, 5-0 Tribe. Top of 8. Joe Carter has 62 RBI. Now he's got 64. Ties Kirby for the league lead. And Cleveland is a winner 7-3. Mark Clark wins his 6th straight decision. The Indians now 17-7 at home. Haven't lost at Jacobs Field since May 1st. At the
fence. Crunching a Jack Morris offering. 2-run big fly. Tie ball game at 4. Then, watch here, the ground ball to second off the bat of Jim Thome. Robbie Alomar, great diving stop. And Peg to get the out. But the official Albert Bell target sitting out there, and Bell goes for it in a big way. Crushes a solo shot off Juan Guzman to put Cleveland up by a score of 6-5. Next batter up, Eddie Murray. Next batter to Rockland. Out of the yard to right. 7-5 Cleveland there. 7-5 in the final analysis. Bell and Murray each connecting as the streak continues. It's the longest streak for Cleveland since 1954.
5 RBI. Blue Jays and Tigers. Mickey Tettleton keeps the Detroit home run show going. Number 12 right there. The Tigers now 1 shy of the record held by the 41 Yankees. Them homered in 24 straight games. But the game was tied in the 11th. Alan Trammell delivers the game-winning hit. Junior Felix cruises home.
Todd Stottlemyre had just given up a home run. Then he hits Andre Dawson, who says, "Here, fella, take that." Ooh, what? How do you... I don't know who gets the throwing error. In the 8th, Stottlemyre pops Dawson again. He's immediately tossed. Bench is empty. No punches thrown. No more pitches thrown by Stottlemyre, but something else. That's got to go. Water coolers get it. Everything. There. Take that. Picnic baskets. Hey, probably, I don't know if he went into the stands. Actually, he didn't. Oh, by the way, there you go.
Well, David Cone looking for win 12. Had a working Mike Huff at the inside breaking pitch. Look at Cone dropping down and throwing from different angles. That's against Mike Huff as well. Then Dick Schofield freezes right there. Schofield K 3 times today against Cone. 7 innings for Cone, 9 Ks. Gave up just a run. Dave Stewart used to pitch that way, but alas, not this year, at least most of his starts. Greg Gagne with a spoon. 2-run home run at 7th of the year, 2-0, the Royals. Mike McFarland says it back. This one bought lawn seats in left center field at Kansas City. Cito has seen it too often. Just doesn't look in the cards right now for the defending champ Jays as the Royals get win number 12 for David Cone. And the Royals beat the Blue Jays by the count of 11-6.
There was no holiday for the Canadian team in more ways than one, nor for the Royals. The Royals are actually in 3rd place, sir, so it's not as bad as you think. Bottom one, all right, maybe it is. Pat Henkin to Mike McFarland, it's gone. Rob Milwaukee with a no-hitter through 5, loses it in the 5th. By the way, it was Vince Coleman Day throughout the majors on this 4th of July. Vince celebrated by blowing himself up in the 6th inning. 2-run double as he misplays it, 3-2 Jays. Bottom 7, Blue Jays up 5-2, looking to break it open. A man on, Joe Carter, the Kansas City native, goes yard. And the Jays broke the slump, at least for one night, off Stan Belinda, 9-4. All-star Henkin wins his 5th in a row, 10th overall. Carter's 4 RBI in his hometown lifted his total to 73. He still, though, is 3 behind Kirby Puckett for the AL.
Help. Darnell Coles, one of those performances to savor in the Jays-Twins affair. Kirby Puckett hit in the head during batting practice. Joe Carter can laugh about it later. I don't think Kirby's laughing. Darnell Coles did most of the laughing, though. In the 5th, took Pat Mahomes deep in the 5th. The 2-run job, 2nd of the year, 2-1 Toronto. And for the Jays, the hits just kept on a-coming. Bases loaded in the 7th. Paul Molitor takes Dave Stevens out of the yard. Is the Metrodome a yard? Grand slam, 2nd of his career, 9-1 Jays. And then Coles would do it again. 2nd of the night for him, the exact same spot. Make it 11-3 Toronto. And there was more to the 9th inning with 2 down. And who's going to step to the plate but Darnell Coles for the hat trick. 14-3 Jays. There have been 6 3-home run games this season in the National League. Rhodes, Snyder, and Bagwell. In the AL, Raines, Canseco, and Coles. 2nd time for Coles with a 3-home run game. Last time he did it, 87, as a member of the Pirates. Also,
Kirby being Kirby. 13th homer, league leading 7-8 Ribbies. Wake up, you're experiencing Kirby. Top of the 9th, Twins sailing along, a 5-2 lead. Aguilera, 2 out and 2 on. Bobby Alomar grounded a Knobloch, who throws it away. 2-run score now, 5-4 Twins. This one is suddenly interesting. Aguilera. It's Paul Molitor, St. Paul native. Gets him to strand the tying run on second. Hey, the Twins win. Scott Erickson hits into the 8th and gets the victory. Stottlemyre the loss. Rick Aguilera gave up 2 runs in the 9th, but still managed his 18th save. 15's all-time at-bat leader, passing Harmon Killebrew. Devon White, Devo, whip it real good. We're tied at 3 in the 8th. And then in the 9th, Devo against Rick Aguilera throws wild. Rob Butler scores. Jays go up 4-3. Twins did not score in the bottom of the 9th. Blue Jays take 3 or 4 against the Twins. That's reason to celebrate. The Jays have lost 12 series so far this year. Last year, they lost a total of 13 all season.
This is bizarre. David Howard with the drive to right. Watch the ball as Devon White plays it. It's going to hit the wall, hit Devo, and go over. What does that mean? They rule it a home run. Watch again. The wall, then Devo, then it's over. It's tough to do even if you're trying. It's a home run. Top of 9th, 5-all. Vince Coleman, ground single to center. Brent Maine scores, and that is a 6-5 Kansas City win. The Jays have now dropped 7 straight under the Hard Rock Cafe. Devon White drove in 3 runs, 4 if you count the one that went over the wall.
Hankin, after a rough first inning, had the Royals number. K's Mike McFarland, and then Vince Coleman observing. 9 Ks in 7 innings for Pat. The Royals defense falls apart in the 4th. Gary Shumpert boots it. Vince Coleman butchers it. And the manager, Hal McRae, has to turn away. Big Hal can't watch. In the bigs, they make you pay for errors. With 2 out, Ed Sprague makes Bob Malacky pay big time. Nails the 3-run homer off the left field foul pole. All 3 runs unearned. Next inning in the 5th, even worse, Malacky gets to the bunt by Alomar. Airmails it. Still in the 5th. Bases loaded, 2 out. Dick Schofield. That should end it, but Shumpert boots it. 2 more runs in, 9-1 Jays. Can anybody please make a play? Bob Alomar on the other team. Yeah. 5 of the Jays' 9 runs unearned on 4 KC errors. The Blue Jays end their 7-game home losing streak as Pat Henkin wins his 5th straight. He struck out 9 games.
Root for anybody. World Cup fever. Greg Gagne against Juan Guzman. Mark Gubiza against Roberto Alomar. 2-0 Blue Jays in the 5th. Dick Schofield scores. Alomar gets greedy. Butler safe at the plate. 4-0 Blue Jays. 4-1 Jays in the 6th. Vince Coleman trying to extend his stolen base streak to 29. Sprains his left ankle. Still in the 6th. Borders at the plate. Gets a piece of the ball and gets a piece of... He was okay. 8th inning, 5-3 Jays, Joe Carter. 19th on the year, 2-run homer. Got the same spot as the Mitch Williams home run. 3 RBIs, 80 at the break for Joe C. 7-3 the final in this one. Guzman bounced back from 4 straight losses to win back-to-back games. Schofield 0 for 1 against Mark Gubiza today. Schofield 0 for 20.
In town, and hey, if you win a couple of world titles, I guess you don't have to spell it right. Toronto taking on Texas. They wouldn't play any better than they spelled. Already 4-zip Rangers in the 3rd. Dean Palmer gets all of that one. A mammoth shot, his 18th, and Todd Stottlemyre wanted that one back. In the 5th, John Olerud. Speaking of ouch, off the kneecap there. Cito Gaston would come out, so with the trainer, John Olerud would have to leave the game. Now, in the bottom of the 6th, it would get worse for Toronto. Danny Cox unleashes the wild pitch. Manuel Lee scores. But one moral victory. They would respell and get Toronto right. Texas goes on to win this one 7-3. They're now 2 games under 500. The Rangers are looking to take charge in the West. They've now won 8 of their last 12. Dean Palmer rips his 18th for Texas. Now
Oliver facing John Detmer in the 1st. Lay down the safety squeeze, lay it down good. Surprises everyone. Devon White scores. Molitor's safe 1-0 Jays. Scary moment in the 5th. Ed Sprague grounds to Dean Palmer at 3rd. Palmer's throw is wild. A collision, Huff and Ripken. Both had to leave the game. Cito concerned. Bottom of 7, bases full for Manny Lee. Joe Carter, do the dance, make the glove, get down. And the Jays win the ball game. Guzman wins his 3rd straight despite 6 walks, 3 wild pitches, and 2 errors. The Rangers committed their league-leading 84th, 85th, and 86th errors, all on potential double. Ah, some good-natured fun. He's still working. It's the chicken goofing around. There's Stu. Overpowering against Jose. The miss. The miss. 8 strikeouts for Stu. Got some help. Domingo Cedeno facing it. David Hulse can't make the catch. Ed Sprague scores 1-0 Toronto. 2-0 Jays. Dave Stewart perfect through 4 1/3 until Juan Gonzalez the spank. Watch where this one goes. The first ever ball player to hit it in the new ballpark, upper deck at Arlington. Oh, the chicken doing his thing. Didn't matter. Stewart was in charge. Gets Rusty Greer observing, and the Jays hang on to win. Stu, 6-8 now, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 0.
He has the bruised knee, clearly not himself, not aggressive with Kevin Tapani. Looking. Oh, he did swing at one, struck out 3 times. He wasn't through. 4 strikeouts. Olerud, the reigning batting champ, hasn't done that since 1990. But in a 2-all game in the 8th, Molly picks him up. Molitor into the gap. Alomar scores off the triple. And then Joe Carter right in front of Kirby Puckett. And that facial helped him tie Puckett for the RBI lead. He and his good buddy both have 87 as Carter knocked in 2 on the night. Tapani now 4-9 lifetime against
Paul Molitor. That is a 2-run homer to left. His 3rd homer in 2 nights, 12th on the year. 2-0 Jays on top. Dave Stewart, no mistakes. Jeff Fry lifts one to center. Rob Butler with the nice grab. And Stewart, 8 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 4 Ks. Top of the 9th, Darren Hall in relief. What a wallop! Jose Canseco is 26th of the year, but it just doesn't matter. The Jays win it 3-2. The Blue Jays equal their season high with their 6th straight win. Dave Stewart does the job. Paul Molitor is now 13 for 23 over his last 6.
You can follow him there. And then Odyssey McDowell, another victim of Al Leiter. Did somebody say victim? Hector Fajardo, you are a victim. And Joe Carter is the perpetrator. That's a solo shot, and Joe knows it. And Toronto wins the game 9-1. They've won 7 straight now. That is their longest winning streak of the year. Al Leiter ties a career high with 11 strikeouts. The Rangers just 3-6.
Strange couldn't handle that throw, and he couldn't handle this throw either. Throws it away. 2 errors in the game for Strange, and then Jays more damage. Pat Borders with a gapper. Coles and Sprague make it 3-0 Toronto. Sprague does a little house cleaning as well. Then in the 4th, Borders aboard for Devo. The shot, Odyssey. The sprawling turf catch. But Molitor was hitting him out of reach off Pavlik. His 4th home run in the last 4 games. That came in the 8th. And the Jays have now won 8 in a row as they sweep Texas with a 4-2 win. Brad Cornett gets his first win. Jays go 6-0 at home against Texas and win the season.
Streaking Blue Jays facing the Brewers. Already 1-0, 2 on, 1 out. Guzman to Dave Nilsson. It's up there. It's out there. It's a 3-run home run there. Later in the inning, 2 out, 2 on for Jose Valentin, the infield pop. Ed Sprague, it's up there, it's somewhere. Now it's going to drop there, and another run scores. It's 5-0, and then Jody Reed singles to left to score 2 more. His 2nd hit of the inning. 7-0. Guzman lasted only 2/3 of an inning. Jody Reed on his 32nd birthday. A pair of singles, scored a run. He drove in 2 in the Brewers' 7-run first inning. He had been in a 1-for-25 slump, and the 8-game winning streak for the Jays over. Ricky Bonas went 8 innings to win his 3rd straight decision.
Gonna steal, isn't he? Wait, changes his mind. You can't do that. Heads back to first. Throw gets away from Dick Schofield, so Cirillo heads for 2nd again. He's still out. Come on, Jeff. In the home 4th, Roberto Alomar with the simple grounder back to Bill Wegman for the out. But Robbie's really heated up at home plate up. Dale Scott. He was tossed for the game. Check out why. This is called a strike by Scott. Bobby doesn't like that at all. Toronto starter Pat Hankin down 2-0 in the 7th. Dave Nilsson.
He drilled it.
That is long and gone. His 12th, a 3-run shot, puts the Brewers up 5-zip, and that's your final. Nilsson drives in 4 runs as he hits his 2nd 3-run homer in 2 games. Bill Wegman gave up 4 hits while working into the 8th.
Baltimore, who entertained the Jays, and these Baltimore fans, an option for the owners. Top of the first, Paul Molitor, batting .347, is up with 2 men in scoring position, drops the surprise bunt towards third. Leo Gomez overruns it, cannot make the play. Devon White scores 1-0 for the Blue Jays. Top of the third, Jamie Moyer hangs the breaking ball. Joe Carter jumps all over it. A 2-run homer, his 23rd of the year, and 94th RBI makes it 4-0 for Toronto. The O's would rally, though, 4-3 in the ninth. Mark McLemore tries to butt his way on, but look at Robbie Alomar shovel it to John Olerud for the out. McLemore is furious with Durwood Merrill. No dice, Mark. Game over. The Blue Jays beat the Orioles for the first time in 7 tries. The O's have lost 4 straight and have fallen 7 games back of the Yankees.
We go to the yard now. Jays and O's. Please don't play with your food, not sanitary. Top of 6, 3-2 O's. Ed Sprague with a shot to right. Jeffrey Hammonds goes up, and that is sensational. Saves 2 runs and saves the lead. We look again. Looks just as sensational. Please stop playing with the food. Bottom of 7, 5-4 Jays. Mike Timlin serving one up to Leo Gomez. And he serves it up in a big way. Hooks right around the foul pole. And that's enough. O's win it 8-5. Still juggling. 7-5, rather, the final score. They snapped their 4-game losing streak. The 2 teams combined for 25 hits. Lee Smith collects his league-leading 30 seconds.
199th consecutive game, meaning the next one would be 2,000. 6th inning, the Blue Jays are leading Cal and the O's 4-1. John Olerud is at the plate, and now an adventure. Brady Anderson goes back, makes the grab, hits the wall, drops the ball, picks the ball up, drops the ball again, picks the ball up again, drops it. Meanwhile, Olerud, who lacks quickness, send him, safe. Olerud makes it all the way around, a triple and a 1-base error. Brady looked hurt. He was not, as he would prove shortly. Ed Sprague sends him way back, and he's having a flashback about this. Up against the wall, make the catch. A great catch. Not the greatest catch in the inning. Devon White. Oh! That was not rehearsed. Oh! That was rehearsed. 6-4, the Blue Jays win. The Baltimore Birds fall 8 games out of first, just 10 over 500. The Jays are now 7.5 games back of Baltimore. And after that, talking, of course, about the debate when Cito Gaston did not put Mo Vaughn on the All-Star team. Mo did not do a tremendous job of saying to Cito, see, watch this. It's not a good throw from Nearing, and not the best of results from Mo either on the pickoff play. Alomar to second, still 2 out in the top of the first, and it's trouble time. After a walk to Joe Carter, John Olerud slashes one the opposite way. It's off the monster. Here comes Alomar. Here comes Carter. There goes Greenwell. 2-0 Jays has scored 3 unearned runs in the first. Meanwhile, Mo trying to fulfill his mission from God. Pat Henkin, frozen pizza, and then fans him. A little breeze. 2 strikeouts in the game. Roberto Alomar was on a mission instead. He hits one deep to center, and back goes Nixon to the fence, to the wall. He watches it. 8 home runs, 4 from the right side, 4 from the left side. And then Joe Carter. 300 home runs, all of them from that side. Off Steve Farr, who coincidentally has been pitching for 300 years. Joe said he wanted that home run as a souvenir. You only do it once, he said. He got the ball between games of the doubleheader. At that point, the Jays and Stockings were tied for 3rd place. It was Henkin's 6th complete game of the season. All the runs that Seeley surrendered were unearned. That was the lid lifter in the old nightcap battle for sole possession of 3rd place. They move now to
the Sox and the Jays, and Roger Clemens had it going tonight. The whiff on Devo. Ed Sprague wants a piece of cheese and instead gets a little bender there. That's a fastball. That's Pat Borders. 4 strikeouts through 3 for the Rocket. John Olerud, the grounder. 2 runners aboard. 6th inning. A 2-run fielder's choice. 3-2 Jays. I'd like to see the replay if I could. On the play, Joe Carter collides with Tim Nehring's knee. He goes down. Carter was okay. We've been told he'll play tomorrow night. Bottom of the 8th, Lee Tinsley at second. The Sox down 1, limbering up. And Woody Williams against Wes, and he gets the... Oh, that is nasty. That's not fair, says Wes. Williams struck out the side in the 8th, and the Blue Jays go on to win it by the final 5-2. Joe Carter, 100 RBIs for the 6th.
On this first against Al Leiter. Off the end of the bat, and he hit the ball real hard. Rob Butler, full extension. Not a chance. And send him. Just keep letting him run. They make a token play at 3rd base. He's there well ahead of the throw. All right, so the triple's in. In the 3rd inning, off the end of the bat, pass down the line, past the 3rd baseman, and that will be a double. So you have a triple and a double. Well, although the tough ones are out of the way, right? In the 7th inning, right up the middle, there's the single. In the 9th inning, against Dave Righetti, needs only the home run for the cycle. He hit the ball not very hard at all. Ed Sprague goes over and get it, and there's no cycle, but there is a 6-1 Indians win. The only bad news for Lofton, he got thrown out stealing for the first time since June 15th. Last time, Pat Borders got him. This time,
Run support in the league among starters in the AL, 3.9. He helped himself out early, striking out Omar Vizquel. Meanwhile, 1-0 Indians, top of the second. Indian starter Albie Lopez hurting. Limps off, knee pain. Jerry DiPoto comes in. Was he ready? No. He hits Mike Huff. 2 batters later, they're loaded. Ed Sprague singles to left. Joe Carter on and in. Game tied at 1. Again, 2 batters later, they're still loaded. Domingo Cedeno to right. Huff is in. Sprague is going to try to join him, and Sprague is safe. 4-1 Jays. Next batter, Paul Molitor. He singles to right. Schofield scores. It's 5-1 Jays. They got 5 runs on 5 hits in the second. And Mike Hargrove tells Jerry DiPoto, you have to be ready next time. They gave up 8 runs and 6 earned in 3 innings. Not good. 12-5 the final. Stoudemire improves to 7-7.
To lose control of this ball, and so does Tony Pena. That's Domingo Cedeno trying to steal from third. He's blocked out on the plate. Cedeno is out. Cedeno also had some trouble playing D. Watch during this double play attempt. Throws the ball clear over John Olerud's head into the seats. That allows a run to score. The fans say, what are you, a melon head? More trouble for the Jays. Watch Juan Guzman. What's this? Is that a windup? Nope. The umpire says it's a twitch. It's a balk. A run comes in from third. It's 4-2 Jays. The final of this one, Indians win it 5-3. Guzman is 0-3 versus the Indians. Jason Grimsley wins for the 4th time in his last 5 starts. And if you're looking for a steal, look no further than Juan Guzman. The Indians got away with 3 stolen bases today, making runners 23 for 26.